What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades and welcome back to the channel. This is Bitcoin bust or boom analysis. Today we have some very important catalysts, so we need to listen up today very carefully because this is going to be important for the overall market sentiment. But before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a breakdown. Now, investors are closely watching for Nvidia's upcoming first quarter earnings that are scheduled for release after today's market close. Very important because the company is expecting to report a significant revenue increase with projections of 66.2% year-over-year surge to 43.28 billion. Now, this performance is anticipated to have a substantial impact on the broader tech sector and on the overall market sentiment. Now, U.S. stock features are exhibiting kind of a cautious behavior right now ahead of the Nvidia earnings announcement. They're following. Actually, yesterday we had pretty much a strong rally in the previous session, and futures are slightly down right now, reflecting the investors' uncertainty. Now, Bitcoin is currently trading around 108K, experiencing a modest decline. We're going to talk about it right now. Also very important. In general, the cryptocurrency is consolidating after reaching the recent highs. We know that market participants are monitoring for potential breakout signals. Now, GameStop has announced a significant investment in Bitcoin, purchasing approximately 513 million worth of cryptocurrency. Now, of course, we know that this move underscores the growing institutional interest in digital assets. Institutions are buying. They know that the market is still looking bullish. So let's dive in and explore all the scenarios. First, let's say hi to everyone. We have Scott, Mozilander, Rafero, Sebastian is here, Alberto, which is Cello Trader, Kuhn, Diamond Eyes, of course. Mark Bass was the first as usual. You guys, if you're new here, please, speak up in the chat because we're all very good friends. And yes, Maka. Hello, Bobby. All right, cool. I'm going to share the screen, you guys. You know what's going to happen. Oh, thank you, Peter. Thank you so much. He said happy birthday in Bulgarian. He is an absolute sweetheart. All right, you guys, restart the chat. Please, everyone, just type something so the chat keeps going. It's very important what we're going to talk about today in general. So Sugar Cookie... Is Sugar Cookie here? Maybe not yet. So you guys need to let me know, how is the sound? Do you want it a little bit louder? I'll do a check. Rockfish is here. We'll do a bit louder. All right, let's do a bit louder. Whatever, that should be fine. Lajos, Fountain of Youth. Hello, everyone. All right, let's move on to the charts. Wait, adjusting again everything because I can't see anything around here. All right, that's a bit better. So many lights, like honestly I can't see anything. Whatever, you guys. All right, cool. So for anyone who's on Discord, they know very well I gave you guys what the expectations are for today. We had a liquidity point just down here, and I said to you guys, we need to take that liquidity down right now. I know that market is looking like it's going up, but don't be fooled. We have this part of the market session right now with the beginning of the session that is showing us that we're going to experience a manipulation. All right, so this whole thing here is manipulation, and I'm looking for a reversal. I want to enter into a buy position. For now, I am not seeing the signals yet, so we have enough time to discuss the more important stuff. First, I want to know how's everyone doing. If you guys are new here, like and subscribe. Please join Discord because that's where I give all the updates. Everyone on Discord knew that this move down here is going to happen, so they know how to protect their capital and to choose their side of the market, you guys, right? So I think it's very important if you join Discord, because that's what I do, for a living. I know what I'm talking about. So I just share it with my people that, want to learn and are nice. If you're not nice, I'm going to kick you and ban you from Discord. Everyone knows that on Discord. I even ban people that have like accounts created on the same day. Like, I'm super careful because there's so many scammers and stuff. Whatever. All right, let's move on. Okay, so we're seeing a little bit of signs of reversal, but I'm not in a super duper hurry. January to take that buy. In fact, I want to wait a little bit longer because we're not going to miss the buy. The buy is going to be very, very nice, and we're going to catch it today. Cool. All right, so I wanted to talk to you about today. Everyone is talking about alt season, right? Shah G, hello, welcome. This is very important today, right? Because everyone is talking how long is going to be, the bull market. What are we doing? Institutions are accumulating. What's happening? Why are institutions accumulating right now and price is going down? Well, newsflash, it's going down because this is a massive manipulation move right now. So we have Nvidia earning. Whether we're going to be dropping and then Nvidia is going to just like explode everything, or it's going to manipulate further, we're yet to see. However, we're in a scalping environment right now, and I told you guys that. So we're going to make sure that we scalp at any opportunity that we have. All right, so how do I start this? Let's go on a daily. All right, let's go on a daily. So first of all, I want you to understand something about the trading the financial markets, okay? Like with trading the financial markets, the yearly opens and, the weekly opens, the daily opens, they're a bit different than what you would normally think they are. All right, so there is we open the year on right 1st of January, whatever. So everyone is gonna say, okay, 1st of January Q1 kicks in. No, in trading, quarter one kicks in 1st of April. Does that make sense? So, all right. So what usually tends to happen with these quarterly cycles, you guys, the price always moves in a few ways, right? It either consolidates, it either manipulates, or it expands. It's different like that. All right. So what I wanted to tell you guys is that since the yearly open is very, very important, true year open, and it happens on the 1st of April, this is down here, this candle over here, right? So this is the true open. All right, does that make sense? Cool. So what do we see happen? We usually tend to see, couple of things happening, right? One thing that could happen is that, we open the true open of the year and we reverse, okay? That's when we reverse. That's usually backwards, actually, but it happens. It can happen in two ways, right? So that's the first way. So what happened here? Well, we had the true open over here, slight manipulation to the downside and then complete reversal. So this is something that, it's very, very normal to happen. So, this reverse down here was very much expected, right? It's really hard to kind of understand when to catch that move, but overall it's really going to help you to understand how the cycles work in the trading market in general. All right, so here we have the true open, and here is where we have the scenario of price reversing, right? Price reversing. So that's going to give you Q1, which is basically expanding and reversing Q1. So if that's your Q1, you guys, then what you want to be looking at, I know you're not typing in the chat because you're listening very carefully. I always have this thing. Even I went to this guy, Osbra, he's quite cool. I went on his live stream and he usually said all of the people are always talking in the chat box, but when you speak, everyone is quiet. Why? And I'm I think it's because people are just listening super carefully and they want to learn, which is also good. But please, you guys, just type something, even if it's smiley faces. I don't care, honestly. Of course, if it's convenient for you. Anyway, so we have the true open over here. So what do we know about the quarters, right? They run about 90 days. All right. So now we've identified that we're in this phase of 90 days. All right. 90-day phase. So when is that going to finish? Well, that's going to finish obviously in July, right? In July. So 1st of July, we're going to finish that quarter. Okay, perfect. Now, what's expected after this expansion up here in the quarter of July? In the quarter of July, we're expecting to enter into a consolidation phase. So let's mark it again. Actually, let's do something else. So that's, this is on a daily, whatever. So you have here 1st of April, whatever, and you draw it until like 1st of July. Where's that? 1st of July. All right, so we have a little bit more space to play about here. So the next phase that we're going to enter after that, it's going to be the accumulation phase. So what does that mean? When Bitcoin starts consolidating, the altcoins will explode. So yes, there is time, you guys. We can still wait for the altcoin season, because I truly believe that this is going to start somewhere around July, right? Because we have April, May, June, and July is when that starts. All right. So this is when we're going to enter into 90 days of Bitcoin consolidation. Do you guys understand? This is very important. So when we enter into that phase of consolidation, you guys, this is going to last for another 90 days. So that's when we're going to get the altcoin season, in my personal opinion. So here it is. You have it. You know, I always think I should keep all these stuff for the courses and things like that. But then I think you guys are, always here, and you're just, supporting my channel, supporting everything. And you guys deserve to know in advance, because obviously it's going to take me a little bit of time to make that course for you. Whatever. Let's move on. Anyways, so yeah, we have time. That's why I'm not so stressed out, and when am I supposed to buy altcoins, things like that. I think we're gonna have a lot of time. I think this Bitcoin, this whole bullish season is gonna run until the end of the year. All right, so we've established that we're gonna have after July the accumulation phase, right? Accumulation phase after July. We can delete that. So all right, so what do we have then? We have July. Where is 1st of July? We have 1st of July, and we have about we're on the daily. We need 90 bars from around until 1st of October. All right, so we have until the 1st of October. That is going to be the consolidation phase. So what happens usually after that, right? After the consolidation phase, in October, we're going to enter into the manipulation phase. All right, so we're entering into the manipulation phase in October. This is going to be the last full because we know that we're entering into a bear market. So where is the manipulation going to be? Is it going to be to the downside? No, I don't think so. It's going to be to the upside, right? So essentially that huge accumulation is going to be manipulated one more time in the period starting from 1st of October till the end of the year. There is going to be a bullish sentiment, in my opinion, and we're going to be manipulating to the upside, and then end of year, beginning into next year, we're going to be entering into a bear market. All right, this is how these things work. Okay, so don't stress out, don't FOMO. We're going to have a lot of time. We're going to have all the time in this world to position ourselves in the right way. I don't want you to get stuck into some bullshit. Sorry to say that on, I don't want to get canceled on YouTube or whatever, but hello, freedom. Anyway, so I told you guys, we're expecting this drop today. This is absolute manipulation, in my opinion. We're taking out lows. I want to see that. This is absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to be looking to position myself in a long position, which is, of course, going to be a scalp, whether it's going to be, a nice scalp to 110K. I don't really care, but it's going to be good enough for me for today, right? For my trade today. That's what I want to see. So I hope that information was helpful for you guys. Let me know in the chat box. Does that give you a little bit more confidence and understanding of how the market moves and what can we expect essentially for this year? Because there is lots of people, there is lots of influencers that are going to Insider Club. Insider Club is here. You guys give them a follow. I don't know if you speak Bulgarian, but they have an amazing channel. Hello, Gabby. What do you think? Does Bitcoin follow equities? Well, yes, it does, but sometimes it doesn't, right? Sometimes it doesn't. And for that reason, you guys, you need to understand that usually Bitcoin is correlated with NASDAQ, right? Or the TradFi, whatever. However, there is periods of decorrelation, but they tend to take a little bit of time to formulate before we actually can say now for reals, okay, it's happening for real, we're decorrelated. However, just like I said to you today, these things are very important for you to understand where are you located currently in the financial year, the way the financial markets are working. Do not panic with this drop. This is a simple manipulation. We're gonna find a buy from here. Just watch. All right, cool. So that's pretty much my rant for today, and I hope it was helpful. Yes. So yeah, I think we're gonna see the altcoin season mid of this year. So there is a little bit of time for that. Bitcoin needs to start consolidating, like I said to you guys, and that will happen after we finish Q1. And of course, when I do the course for you guys, you will understand how these things work. It's going to become a second nature to you guys, because don't forget, the market is fractal, so these things work on all kinds of time frames and all kinds of ways, right? So very, very massively important. So yeah, that's why I'm not stressing. Everyone is FOMOing. I'm not FOMOing. I know what I'm doing. This is what is very important. Okay. That's all right. Freedom, don't worry. You can just, replay or whatever. You can replay. All right, cool. So of course, with the help of the indicators, we can see now that on a 30-minute time frame, we have some support here around 107,149.6. Now we're going to be observing if that is going to be the support where we're going to start buying. Of course, we're flicking through time frames, and we're also seeing that we have this liquidity formation up here. So we know that all these supports down here are a good area for us to look for buys, right? I think it's going to happen very, very soon. So we're going to be watching very closely. We have about 15 minutes more. So if you're on Discord, I'm going to give the trades that I'm taking on Discord. Everyone knows I have a signal group over there. More to that, we also have 2 pro traders that are giving their signals on like all kinds of different, like low caps that I don't bother myself with, but they're super amazing. And they've also organized like a copy trader for us. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. So you guys join Discord if you haven't. There is a link in the description box, and there is also a link if you're live with me that is pinned in the chat box. And if you're new here, please say hi in the chat, because we're all like super, super nice people. I can see there are some people here. Say hi. Yes, like the video. All right, so everything is moving by plan, right? This is massive manipulation right now. This is what I want to see. Nvidia earnings are looking very, very positive. Everyone is buying, right? The institutions are buying, prices going down. What does that make you, feel? Hi, Gabby. Do you still think that there will be out season like previous cycles, but a bit delayed? Georgi Georgiev, or Georgi Georgiev, if I have to be more correct. We were just speaking about that like 10 minutes ago. Hi, Anupam as well. So what I basically said to everyone, yes, there will be an altcoin season, but that will be a little bit delayed because we're still in a phase for Bitcoin of expansion, right? We're in a phase of reversal, right? And we entered into that phase of reversal on the 1st of April, right? So that's where we are at the moment. And this phase is going to end on the 1st of July, where we're going to enter into the accumulation phase, right? I'm just repeating. I think repetition is good for everyone, by the way. So yes, this is what we want to see. Altcoin season starting around end of June, beginning of July. That's what we want to see. And we want to see that run for until October, right? And in October, I don't think it's going to be a reason for us to exit. But what I think is that you know, after that, Bitcoin is going to have its final manipulation phase. So we need to watch how this manipulation phase uncovers until the end of the year, because after that, the distribution phase is going to come, and the distribution phase is going to be the phase of the bear market, unfortunately, because there is no more distribution phase for, you know, for bull market into the next year. It wouldn't make sense, right? That will be like something, you know, very, you know, I don't know. I'm not expecting that. It's going to be crazy if it happens. But Solana, sure, let's look at Solana real quick. All right, so Solana is currently, you know, it's been a bit weak, but it's still strong. So the way we are, what's that? Fehmi, you guys, you read that Fehmi, that name. Okay, anyway, so we're trading in this price range for Solana right now. This is on a lower time frame. On a higher time frame, we're already trading in a bigger range. But whatever, let's focus on the lower time frame range at the moment. As you can see, probably you don't know, but since you're new here, we're going to explain. We find the range, right? We find the price range that we're trading. And then we know that if price holds the 0.5%, it needs to exit to the upside. So that's pretty much what I'm expecting for Sol. I don't think that from this. Now, this is what I call the kill zone, right? The murder zone, basically. It's like, you know, if you take trades here, you're going to be pretty much, I don't know, wrecked usually. What I like to take trades from is like either this position here or this position here. But usually I'll take a short from here, but that's only if price is coming all the way down from the 0.236. So since price is still trading at the 0.5, and if it holds the 0.5, expecting Bitcoin to actually turn around right now, basically what's going to happen here is holding the 0.5, going into new price discovery. That's what my thoughts are for Solana. And if we in any case continue to drop further down, I think the 0.236 is going to be a good area to buy from. But even though at that point I don't think we're going to reach here, because if we reach here, in fact, actually it's a very dangerous zone, because that the same applies for the bear you know, scenario and for the bullish. So for example, if price is holding at the 0.5 and it doesn't want to break up, instead it breaks down, that means that it wants to go even further down. So we definitely don't want to see that. You know, price over here can even extend up very, very deep, closer to the 0.236. As long as it doesn't touch it, as long as it doesn't touch that area, we're safe, right? We can still consider, okay, this is going into price discovery. I know you guys are very concentrated, but please type in the chat. I'm giving you a lot of useful information. You know, it's kind of crazy to me. Like, there is so many, like, you know, professional traders or whatever, influencers and stuff like that, that have no idea. They have no idea where we stand, how we stand. Hello, Crypto Mark. You know, so it's kind of interesting to me. All right, cool. So you know, it's going to be a reversal time very soon, so we should start watching closely. In fact, it's looking good already, but you know, it's good to have a little bit more confirmation into the reversal, right? So we'll wait a little bit more. We're patient because this is on a 1 minute time frame. It's obviously going to be, for me, a high leverage trade. You guys do you, right? You don't need to do anything. Yes, this is what I want to see. But still, there is some time. In fact, there is already a confirmed change over here that we could potentially take. On the 3 minute, there is a lot of time. You know, if you want to be more secure, you have to wait for price to break this area here, right? This area here, and re-enter on a retrace. But that's pretty much what I'm looking at right now. Of course, we can open our order blocks and everything. Okay, we have a 1 minute inverted fair value gap here. Very good sign. Price is reversing strongly. This is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. So yes, you guys are most welcome. Yes, we have FOMC today. We have FOMC, but we pretty much know what's gonna happen, right? Nothing. Cool. So yeah, I hope you guys are feeling good. This is gonna be a good year. Do not stress. We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. So I think you know, I think on a retrace here to that inverted fair value gap, maybe we can enter. Where are we gonna put our stop loss though? Hold on, let's go back. There is 1 minute bullish fair value gap here. There is always still the scenario when price can revert and drop a little bit further, but from this point on, I'm expecting it to reverse anyway. So whether that happens before or after, we're gonna watch right now. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking ready. It's looking primed. Okay, cool. So we have another inverse fair value gap here. Question is, do I want to enter right now? A 1 minute time frame is, you know, it's not very nice to trade, but this is going to be like a high risk entry. So let's say we're in already. Ideally I want to see a retrace. All right, and there's going to be obviously the stop loss is going to be bigger than that, but let's get rid of the order blocks here and start fair value gaps and order blocks, not only fair value gaps. And we're gonna watch price very closely right now, looking for a reversal. I think I'm gonna be entering that on market. Let me get ready actually with my bluffing stuff over here. BTC. Why am I not seeing everything here? Isolated long. All right, now I'm gonna pump up the lev here. Pump up the lev. Confirm. All right, cool. I'm waiting for a nice reversal here. Let's look at the sorry guys, can't see the chat. Here it is. Cookies for Gabby's traders. Gabby, chill and professional technical analysis. Yes, analyst. Sorry. And yeah, English is not my first language. Like it or not. Like it or not, you guys, whatever. Okay, I'm not in, by the way. I'm not in. This is just hypothetical, right? I want price to drop a little bit more. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. In fact, the order block is down here, the buy zone, so we need to be patient. We need to be patient. Hold the horses, hold the horses. Even if we enter a little bit late, that's not gonna be too bad. Or me, I mean, obviously me. But yeah, we're waiting for Bitcoin to reverse right now. Right now. Let's wait for the market. Yeah, the thing is, this drop down here into the 1 minute fair value gap should be enough for me to enter, to be fair. So I'm just gonna go ahead and market order buy. All right, so I'm in. We need to look at the stop loss a little bit more. Stop loss needs to be a little bit extended. Extend those stop loss, please. Let me check everything real quick here. Choo. Almost there, you guys. Almost there. This is me entering a little bit earlier than I would like to, but it could work. So that's fine, because we're expecting the reversal to take place. Anywho, how's everyone doing? Did you guys have a good day? Maybe we'll go lower for the 1 hour liquidity grab. Coon, 1 hour liquidity grab. Yeah, it could. I mean, to be honest, I don't mind. I'd like to be in a little bit ahead of time. So this is where I'm expecting a reversal. It's fine for me. This is just like the first try. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna enter again because I'm pretty sure that this is it. So yeah, I can't wait for you guys to, you know, car crypto. Maybe we take out the yesterday's Asia low, currently unswept. You know, a bit too late for that, I think. A bit too late for that. But yeah, everything's possible. I mean, I'm just expecting a reversal right now, so you know, that's what I'm expecting. So here we are. Come on. Come on, Bitcoin. All these buy orders are front run now. Yes. Yeah, we're still watching. We're watching 1 minute. 1 minute's looking 1 minute's looking all right. 1 minute is looking fine. We're, you know, reversing, creating, you know, creating imbalances, respecting imbalances. So that's not bad overall. Whether we're gonna get another flush here, absolutely possible, but I'm expecting for price to reverse. So, hi Naz, how are you doing? But anyway, I think we had like a really good talk today on what to expect. So I think that's was very productive today for you guys. And now, as we enter into the trading session, I think it gets a little bit more slow. I get a little bit more quiet, obviously, because I'm observing what price is doing. But yeah, so what should we look at? You know what? Let this run right now, and we're gonna go and see Nasdaq. We're gonna go and see Nasdaq right now. Okay, well, Nasdaq is trading within this 5-minute breaker block right now over here. This little guy here, this little tiny guy. So we want to see price do something here. Let's go. If I'm correct about this, it's going to be quite good, you guys. So I'm quite excited about it. But you know, the secret is to be a little bit to be a little bit more times correct than not, right? So it's very hard, you know. It's really hard because in a way you're like, okay, well, are you like catching a falling knife? What are you doing? Well, yes, in a way, but you have to, it's all about time and price, right? So you have to be looking for that specific moment in the session that you are expecting something to happen. After observing price and after you've had the biases for the, you know, for the previous few hours and they have played out exactly how you expected, now you also expect that whatever you're planning, it's also going to work. It's pretty much about probabilities, you guys. So yeah, quite excited about this. Because it's going to be really nice. We have a lot of stack liquidity that's waiting, right? Lots of stack liquidity, you know, up here, generational liquidity, right? Up here, up to the previous all-time high. I think it's going to be a good target actually for a nice distribution moment. BTC broke the 4-hour trend, MMQ. 4-hour trend. All right, so the 4-hour trend is, I am not sure what. I'm not a trend trader, I must tell you, but I should know these things because it's you know, it's what the retail is doing, so it's very important to know these things. Okay, this is going to like take a bit of time right now to start moving. Do you have some bearish reservation over June pullback? Yes, me too, absolutely. I do have the bearish reservations big time, and you know, we have to watch very closely because yeah, I'm not expecting the alt season to kick in before July, like I told you guys today. So I'm not really in a hurry, honestly. I'm so not in a hurry. All right, cool. Still waiting down here, still waiting. Let's look at what are we creating right now. We just crossed this imbalance, so if price doesn't reverse right now, we're potentially looking to take this low down here, and then a bit further, which is fine. Like I said, the buy zone is all the way down here, so it's quite possible, but it should happen now before anything. Agree. What leverage do you use? On the scalps, I use quite high leverage usually, if I'm trading, obviously, like long terms. Freedom, I have set a buy on 107,667. 107,667. So that's like down here. Yeah, let's see. Essentially, we need to see a reversal here. That's how things should work today if everything is continuing to go by plan, because earlier today it was. So it should be fine. But yeah, what I don't want to see is price just like completely, you know, coming down here to this buy zone. It's going to be a bit annoying because that means that I'm going to be in a bit of drawdown, but it's still fine, right? Because we know that that's where we need to buy from. But that's what happens when you are trying to be ahead of the curve. But to be honest with you, regardless of anything, I would have probably bought down here, so it would have been the same thing. So anyways, anything else that's good, you guys? How much do you risk on a trade? So it really depends, right? But you know, generally you have to look at like your risk appetite in a way, not in the boring way that everyone talks about, right? Like, oh, what's your risk appetite? No, you need to think about how much are you willing to like go in a drawdown from your entire portfolio, right? Like what's your drawdown threshold, right? Because I don't use cross margin, right? I always trade on with isolated margin. So okay, wait, this is bugging right now. We need to restart, and it's bugging again. We need to restart again. So all right, dropping a bit now. I definitely don't like to see that, but that's okay. Come on. We've taken that low. High time frame. Do you wanna come down and take this low? If you wanna do that, just tell me. But I do want to see price reverse from here, because if price doesn't reverse from here, that would pretty much mean that we're gonna come down and take this low. So it's quite essential for price to reverse right now, because if it doesn't, we're actually going to drop down and take this low down here. So watching closely. watching very, very closely. So that's why, you know, it's important to have the low time frame and then the high time frame sort of, you know, structures, because you know that you have this big 4-hour bullish fair value gap, right? That has been filled once. So it has been filled really, but there is no body close below it. So if we start seeing any body closes below it, now we know that price wants to come all the way down here into the buy zone that's been holding so many times. So it really depends. In terms of my risk, to answer your question, so I like to risk like 1-2% maximum depending. So this trade, low risk because it's very high risk. You know, taken obviously on the 1 minute time frame confirmation, which is usually not enough of a confirmation. But yeah, we essentially need to see price reverse here. That's what it is. If I'm trading like on a funded account or whatever, then I'll be risking very, very little. Like I'll be risking like, I don't know, 0.5 max, right? Max 0.5%. I'm quite comfortable with 0.25. 0.5 would be my like max, I think, that I would potentially do if I'm trading on a funded account. But like, yeah. All right, we need to start moving. Come on. We all know what you want to do, so let's just do it and stop playing around. Extendo a little bit here on the trade. Yes, you guys. So, all right, cool. That's pretty much the entry for now. If I want to take another entry in case this one fails, but I don't think it will fail, but there is always my first starter position on Bitcoin. Aw, that's so cute. That is very cute. Let's have a look at Sol. Yeah, Sol's taken the low here, right? And that low over here. So it's in a pretty good position to reverse. Come on. Give us the reversal that we need. So for now, on a 1 minute time frame, like to get out of this drawdown, we need to get into the green. Not because also that's where we're gonna get out. I'm gonna get out of the drawdown, but also because that's where we're gonna have change in the price delivery, which is very important. But anyway, I don't want to stay here like for 2 hours. This is gonna take a little bit of time. So I think I'm gonna bounce you guys, and I'm gonna see you on Discord, where you're gonna get all the updates and all the entries or whatever. If you haven't joined Discord, join, because that's where I post all my entries. If I'm not live with you guys, I'll be posting it on Discord. I didn't post it right now on Discord because I'm live with you guys. But yeah, this is generally my feeling right now, and my analysis from earlier today, that this is the moment where we need to reverse, right? And in the next what are we looking at? In the next like 90 minutes, all right, there needs to be a long here. So thank you. Okay, wait, there is a question. What is the name of the volume profile you use? There's so many. Literally volume profile, like the most basic one. So it should be fine, you guys. All right, cool. So I'm gonna see you, because the lights that I'm filming with are really, really crazy right now. But you know that we're expecting a breakout and a reversal right now, so that's what I want to see, and that's what I'm trading. And if the entry doesn't go, let me have a look. I'll definitely take another one, but I'm pretty sure that it needs to do the job right now. So okay, thank you so much for being here, you guys. And today was very important, obviously, for the whole year sentiment that I'm having. I wanted you guys to have the same information. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.